What's up, people? Nature Girl 30 here, and it is that time again for SummerSlam. If I sound not so enthusiastic, it's mainly because this is probably going to be the longest pay-per-view like ever. It's definitely going to feel longer than WrestleMania. We got 9 championship matches, 4 standalones, and not including Elias's performance. I'm excited about Elias's performance, but I'm not excited about the possible 7.5 hours of wrestling. That's a lot, dude. A lot. Including NXT. Wow. Okay. But anyway, y'all, all these matches and pictures I got from the WWE website, so they're not going to be in any particular order. But let's get started with the first match I'd like to talk about, and that is the WWE Championship match with AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. Honestly, I know I've heard behind the scenes that there's a lot of people there are a lot of people backstage that are really hot on Joe. That really think that Joe will be a great champion. I really think he'll be a great heel champion. But AJ Styles is the face of the WWE right now. He's on WWE 2K19, and he's had that belt for a good piece. Like, he's had that belt for a while now. So, honestly, AJ is money. And even though Samoa Joe would be a great heel champion, I don't know if it's right now, man. I think there's something a little ways down the line, possibly another Big 4 or maybe Big 5. I think they're including Money in the Bank now. But anyway, y'all, from what I am seeing, from my prediction for this match will be AJ Styles retaining the title. I could be wrong. There could be a chance that Samoa Joe might take it, but I'm just not seeing it. I could be wrong, but I'm not seeing it. Not right now. Not for what Joe said about his kids. I don't see that happening. But anyway, let's move on to the next match, the Raw Women's Championship match with Alexa Bliss, who is the current champion, versus Ronda Rousey. As much as I would say Ronda Rousey being champion here, Ronda hasn't had that many matches. I mean, she's been spectacular in them, and she's made everybody look good. She's a freaking natural. But Alexa Bliss is probably one of the best faces of snarkydom, or she's probably one of the best heel champions there has been in a while. So I don't really think they're going to take it off of her. And I can't really put her on the same level as Carmella because she brings her A game depending on her opponent. Like, she's the Randy Orton of the women's division. So I think with Ronda Rousey, I think she's going to bring her A game with this. So there could be a chance that she might legit win against Ronda Rousey, but that might diminish her character a bit. I don't know. It all depends on the match. But in my opinion, I don't see Ronda winning it here. I think Alexa Bliss is going to retain. But moving on from there, it's the next match that I'm not entirely excited about, but then it could be interesting. Kevin Owens and Braun Strowman for the Money in the Bank briefcase. And Braun Strowman is currently the Money in the Bank briefcase holder. Say that 5 times fast. I don't really want Kevin to win. He's had his shot. He's had his run. He's been Universal Champion. He's been WWE Champion. He's been the US Champion. He's had his shot. It's now time for Braun. Even though people saying that Braun's character is wash, rinse, repeat, a lot of people like him and he's well over. It would be a mistake to put it on Kevin, at least in my opinion. So my prediction for this match is going to be Braun Strowman keeping his Money in the Bank briefcase. So, and I hope he does. But let's move on to the next match. The next match that I have here, the match that nobody really asked for. Nobody really wants to see. Nobody really wants to care about. And this is the match that I just really want to be over. So this push that Roman has will die. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship title. Guys, I want this to end so bad. I don't even care if Roman wins. I don't, because I want this push to die. This has been 2.5 years of him being pushed to be a champion babyface. Can we let this die, please? Roman for the win. That's my prediction. I want this to die a quick death. And yes, you can make the prediction that Brock will go to UFC. I don't care. I just want this push to die. But anyway, moving on. We're talking about the Cruiserweight Championship match with Drew Gulak versus Cedric Alexander. I don't watch a lot of 205 Live. I have no idea what's going on between these two. I have seen Ced at the Cruiserweight Classic, and I have seen Drew Gulak when they had 205 Live occasionally on Raw. They're both good performers. They're both good wrestlers. It will be an amazing match to watch. So who do I think is going to win? I really don't know because I don't really watch the show, but I would probably say maybe the babyface will be over the heel because I think Drew Gulak it happens to be a heel right now. So I really think that Seth is going to retain here. But moving on to the match that a lot of people are talking about that I am really excited about, and I am rooting for one person, even though my queen is in the match and I'm torn. But this is a triple threat match for the SmackDown Women's Championship with Carmella versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. No Asuka, so I have no idea if Asuka is going to interfere, or if Asuka's even still there. But gosh, I have the last kicker. I love her. Then I have the queen, and I love her. But I don't want the queen to win. I want Becky to have her Becky Balboa moment. So my vote goes to Becky Balboa for the win, man. I want her to win so bad. Not to be healed, but just win. But now this is the match that has been built up for 8 years. That a lot of people I think is going to fall on his face. But I am hoping that I'm wrong here. We got Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. This match has been 8 years going, man. And I'm hoping it's going to go out with a bang. I really don't think that Daniel Bryan is going to stay in the WWE. I think he is going to leave. He has a house in Seattle. I wouldn't be shocked if he goes to New Japan. But honestly, man, they got to go out with a bang. So who do I think is going to win here? Honestly, it would make sense for the Miz to win. It would make sense for the Miz to win. So my vote is for the Miz. Alright, moving on down the line, we have a tag team match, a mixed tag team match. I can't talk today with Rusev and Lana, or Lana Rusev Day, or Rolana Day. I don't know. We have Rusev Day and Lana Day combined. Okay, that sounds weird, but y'all know what I mean. Versus Zelina Vega, and Andrade Cien Almas. I cannot talk today. But who do I think is going to win for this match? I doubt it'll be Rusev Day. I'm rooting for Rusev Day. I've always rooted for Rusev Day, but I am not seeing that happening. I think that Zelina Vega and Andrade Cien Almas is going to win, so that is going to be my prediction. Moving to the U.S. Championship match with Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy. My brain is locking up, y'all. But anyway, I really do believe that Jeff Hardy is going to retire with his brother Matt, and I don't think he's going to be champ anymore. So, of course, there's not really much to say, except there could be interference from Randy, but Randy is being possibly investigated right now. So my vote goes to Shinsuke Nakamura for the win. Moving on to the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match with the Bludgeon Brothers versus the New Day. As much as I love the New Day, as fun as their matches are, by golly, and yes, I use by golly, has this team ran its course. The pancakes has ran its course. The positivity has ran its course. They need to reinvent themselves, or at least go out with the bang single and in a singles match. But with Kofi, in my opinion, Kofi's on the verge of retirement, y'all. So I don't really think they're going to split the New Day up anytime soon, because the New Day, they're merch champions. So do I think they're going to take the belt away from the Bludgeon Brothers? Possibly. Do I really believe that they might now? Maybe. My vote, y'all, honestly, I have to say that the Bludgeon Brothers are going to retain because they need to win by far more than the New Day does. New Day's already cemented their legacy. It's time for the Bludgeon Brothers. As much as I don't like them, it's time. But now let's move on to a match that nobody really cares about. As much as I love Finn Balor, I don't really care about this match at all. Finn Balor versus Constable Baron Corbin. Gosh, they made a more generic version of Corporate Kane with Baron Corbin. Finn Balor for the win. Next, moving on from here. Good grief, I am not gonna linger around with this. The Raw Championship, the Raw Tag Team Championships with the B Team. Okay, that's interesting. Well, the B Team versus the Revival. The B Team are now hot. As much as I think the B Team are a B Team, like they're as generic as they can possibly go, you can't help but not love them. I'm sorry. As much as the Revival are amazing heels, they have been just completely squashed as of late. Well, not squashed. Yeah, I hate to say it. They have been kind of squashed. I don't think they're going to beat the B team, but that'll be insulting on them. That's just me. B team is definitely going to win here, and they're going to retain their titles. Now, Elias somehow is going to have his own concert, and I'm thinking that the concert is going to be no interruptions, or maybe it'll be an interruption of somebody coming in. I don't know, as long as it's not Flo Rida. I'm sick of seeing Flo Rida on my screen. I just want to hear Elias. I got his album is awesome. So I'm just hoping that maybe he might sing some songs from his album that just came out. And his album is awesome. It's on Spotify and iTunes. If you don't have it, get it. It is absolutely amazing. It's the best heel album I have heard since Randy Savage. Get it. Buy it. Do it. Anyway, let's move on to the final match I'm going to talk about, and that is the IC Championship match with Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins, with Dean Ambrose on Rollins' side, and Drew McIntyre on Dolph Ziggler's side. Y'all, this is going to be the match of the night. And who do I think is going to win? Definitely Seth Rollins. And they're actually teasing a heel turn from Dean Ambrose. So Seth Rollins for the win with the Dean Ambrose heel turn. I'm going to throw that up in there. But other than that, guys, those are my predictions for this long SummerSlam that we're going to be going through. But if you have any predictions of this pay-per-view, leave it in the comments below, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace out.